Hello, mothers out there. Oh, so first of all, when I say mothers, I think from all the archetypes, it needs a specific clarification. You do not need to have children to have this energy within yourself, which is the mother archetype. We'll talk more about what it means, but just if you're watching, you don't need to have children to continue watching because it's about something else. It's about creating the life you want, basically. So far you took the test and you got the mother archetype. Probably you read a lot of information already about it in its page. We share with you a guided meditation, a tea blend that connects with this energy, and now we want to share our connection, our experiences with this archetype with you, to give you some insights and inspiration from other women that have been there before. So tell us, Steph, how do you connect with the mother archetype?
Awesome. Thank you. And by the way, this is the card that I got when we took the test for this space of my life. And so I I wanted to start by saying that every archetype has its light side and kind of like the shadow side. So the mother archetype, the light side, it's evoking feelings of safety, nurturing. And to me, it always goes back to mothering ourselves. And that's what you said, creating our own destiny, your own life. That's what a mother does, right? You're kind of like taking by hand your children or your project or whatever it is that you are leading to something. And now it's also it's a time for us to do that, but like mothering ourselves as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to do with having a child, for instance. And it's also, to me, it also goes hand in hand with taking care of our own inner child, right? um and when it comes to the shadow side, then it's when we are overgiving, when we disregard our own needs consistently. We don't have boundaries, healthy boundaries, and we are maybe too aware of other opinions, too sensitive of other people's needs. We take
Yeah.
things way too personally and let people kind of like cross our healthy boundaries. So it's good to know both sides. And how do I work with this energy? Like, I know I have three boys. They're under three, so I'm always tending to the needs of others, which is it's natural at this stage in my life. But I work really hard to keep it in a pendulum. Like, I don't want the pendulum to be to swing too far each way. And as a mother of three, it usually tends to swing a lot towards like taking care of others. So I try to harmonize this energy so that it falls kind of like right in the middle for most part. So when I work with the mother energy, it's really about recognizing what triggers me, right? To know that pendulum has gone too far. And so, for instance, I know that when I become overly sensitive about comments of others, I take things too personally. I'm kind of like not listening to my own needs. I'm not mothering myself. And so this is when I'm like, okay, this is time for me. It's time to retreat. And it's a hint to now activate other archetypes, right? Like, for instance, the sorcerer, where it's like more about now your own happiness and things like that. But I use the mother archetype to be like, I need to have healthy boundaries. I don't need the pendulum to go too far. And that's and to mother myself. Cami, I don't know if you have any other ideas
That's
there.
amazing. So for me, I connect from another I'm also a mom.
Mm-hmm.
But just to give another example, because I totally relate to everything you are saying, I also experience that myself. But just to give another example, the mother archetype resonates with the full moon, and in terms of energy, and with the ovulation phase in the menstrual cycle, also the summer phase during the year. So but more specifically, the ovulation or the full moon are very similar because they all happen during a month, right? Within a month cycle. That's where that's when I experience the most energy, and I become very productive. And so I also a graphic designer. So for me, I remember when I was not aware of the cycles and the archetypes, I would get really, really upset when I was trying to design something, right? To be very specific, this example, and I was not able to do it. I feel that my head was all scattered and I just couldn't do it. So it was just a matter, and now I know that it's just a matter of waiting for the right moment, waiting for this phase during the month to do it, that it will come, it will just flow naturally. So the recommendation now is like to find, because it doesn't have to be that specific moment it happened to me, but it's for you to find the perfect moment when things can flow easier, instead of like, feeling that you're fighting against invisible forces. So the mother fate has to do with that as well, because it is about being productive, like, and we know,
and
as
creative,
mothers,
right? Creative,
exactly.
creating.
So creation happens a lot during this phase, and if you feel that it's not the right moment, that creations are not happening, well, maybe it's because you're not in that phase yet. Like, just be patient, compassionate about yourself, and knowing this, it gives you this peace of mind, this peace of soul, that it's gonna happen. Like, trust yourself. That's what I wanted to share. And with that, we're gonna wrap it up here to make it short and sweet. But if these stories resonate with you, we would like to hear from you now. And so, headphone just pop out of my ear. So you can write us on Instagram, send us an email, just connect with us, share your story. We would love to hear how all of this has landed with you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for watching.